Think you know which animals are dangerous? Think again. We're about to expose some common misconceptions about creatures that often get a bad rap. Animals like sharks, snakes, and spiders have built up a reputation as lethal predators thanks to Hollywood movies and media attention surrounding rare, fatal encounters. While some wild animals will attack if they feel threatened, many of them are more likely to run away. And if they do bite or sting, the attacks are rarely fatal. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Evergreen. Today, we'll show you 15 animals that aren't dangerous as you think they are. From spiders that are shy to sharks that aren't interested in us, let's dive in and discover the animals that are more misunderstood than menacing. And stay tuned till the end, where we'll reveal a creature that performs a unique dance to catch its dinner. A sight that's as strange as it is fascinating. So get ready, click subscribe, and let's jump right in. 15. Black widow spiders. First up on our list are the notorious black widow spiders, often feared for their potent venom. But here's a twist. Despite their deadly rep, these spiders are actually quite reserved when it comes to human interactions. A fascinating study published in 2014 in Animal Behavior showed that even when poked multiple times, black widow spiders typically don't attack. It takes something as extreme as pinching their bodies to provoke them. And even if they do bite, the situation is far from a death sentence. According to a report by Live Science, out of 1,966 black widow bites recorded in 2013, not a single one resulted in death. Modern medicine has made their bites treatable, so while it's best to give these spiders their space, there's no need to fear a fatal encounter. Here is the fun fact. Black widow spiders are talented musicians. They use their webs like a guitar, plucking the strings to send signals and communicate with potential mates. 14. Alligators. Think alligators are monsters waiting to snap? Think again. These reptiles might look fearsome with their sharp teeth and powerful jaws, but statistics tell a different story. Between 1928 and 2009, there were only 24 fatal alligator attacks out of 567 reported incidents. This data, highlighted by the Wilderness Medical Society, shows that fatal encounters are exceedingly rare. Most of these incidents occurred in Florida, a state known for its substantial alligator population. Comparatively, alligators are less threatening than their more aggressive relatives, the crocodiles, which are known to attack anything that moves. Alligators, on the other hand, prefer a diet consisting of smaller prey. They're not the man-eating monsters often depicted in popular media, but are rather selective eaters who generally avoid human interaction. So, while it's wise to keep a safe distance from these powerful animals, they're not the villains often portrayed in scary stories. 13. Piranhas. These little fish have a fierce reputation, often portrayed in movies as flesh-eating swarms that can skeletonize a cow in minutes. However, the reality is far less dramatic. Piranhas primarily feed on smaller fish and plant material, not large mammals. Human attacks by piranhas are exceedingly rare and typically occur under unusual conditions, such as extremely low water levels during dry seasons when food is scarce. Most tales of piranha attacks are highly sensationalized, feeding into the myth rather than the fact. So, while it's always good to be cautious around any wildlife, the fear surrounding piranhas is largely overblown. They're not the mindless predators as often depicted, but are rather opportunistic feeders in their river habitats. However, piranhas have a set of chompers that are envied even in the dental world. They can completely regenerate their teeth, swapping out old ones for new sharp bites throughout their lives. 12. Coral snakes. Moving on to a creature that's both beautiful and dangerous, the coral snake. Their striking color pattern has inspired a helpful rhyme to avoid confusion with their harmless lookalikes, the milk snakes. Red touches black, okay Jack. Red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. This mnemonic is vital because, while coral snakes are the second most venomous snakes in North America, they are actually less aggressive and less dangerous than their rattlesnake cousins. Coral snakes tend to be shy and secretive, and they have not been responsible for a human death since the 1960s. Furthermore, their venom is neurotoxic, affecting the nervous system, and can take hours to manifest symptoms, giving ample time for treatment. This slow reaction time, combined with their non-aggressive nature, makes them much less of a threat than people might believe. Talking about snake, you can also check out our video on 10 most venomous snakes in the world. 11. Bears. Heading into the territory of the mighty bears, particularly grizzlies, might sound like a direct line to danger. However, when you look at the numbers, these fearsome beasts aren't as dangerous as many believe. According to the National Park Service, the odds of being injured by a grizzly bear in Yellowstone National Park are astoundingly low, about 1 in 2.7 million visits. Even more reassuring, the chances of such injuries being fatal are even lower. Interestingly, encounters with humans often pose a greater risk to the bears themselves. In studies tracking human-bear interactions, it's the bears that frequently end up on the losing side. For example, in a review of 600 bear-human encounters, a significant 34% of those incidents resulted in the death of the bear. So while it's always wise to respect these large animals and maintain a safe distance, the actual risk they pose to humans is minimal, with the bears often being the more vulnerable party in these rare encounters. 10. Whip scorpions. These critters look scary, but guess what? They can't bite or sting. This creature might evoke fear due to its name and appearance alone. Despite looking similar to the more dangerous scorpions, whip scorpions are completely harmless to humans. They lack the ability to bite or sting, which immediately strips them of the danger label often associated with their more venomous cousins. Instead, whip scorpions are more of a nuisance if they enter your home, similar to how you might view a spider or an ant, annoying but not dangerous. Their frightening appearance might frighten you, but these critters are nothing to worry about from a safety perspective. They're an excellent example of why we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, an animal by its scary exterior. Moreover, whip scorpions don't just look cool, they have a party trick too. They can spray a vinegar-like substance from their tails when threatened, earning them the nickname vinegaroons. 9. Sharks. Those iconic ocean predators often depicted in movies as menacing, human-seeking monsters. Believe it or not, out of the nearly 500 shark species, only about a dozen have ever been known to pose any threat to humans. Far from the villainous creatures featured in thrillers like Jaws, most sharks actually have diets that consist of fish, plants, marine mammals, and sometimes smaller sharks. Statistically, shark attacks are extremely rare. According to data from the Florida Museum of Natural History, an average of only 6 people per year die from shark attacks worldwide. To put it in perspective, you're statistically more likely to meet your end from a dog attack or even a mishap involving a vending machine. So, next time you're swimming in the ocean, remember that sharks are not the ferocious hunters films often make them out to be, but important and mostly harmless parts of the marine ecosystem. 8. Tarantulas. Those large, hairy spiders that can send shivers down anyone's spine just by their appearance. However, despite their formidable look, tarantulas are not as dangerous as one might think. The reality is that a tarantula's bite is usually no more severe than a bee sting to humans. Some tarantulas have a defense mechanism that's truly out of this world. They can shoot small barbed hairs from their abdomens, which are irritating to predators' skin and eyes. These spiders are naturally solitary and tend to avoid human contact rather than seek it out. They might defend themselves if threatened, but such incidents are rare and usually not serious. In fact, tarantulas are so harmless that they are often kept as pets by enthusiasts who appreciate their unique and fascinating nature. So, while their appearance might be intimidating, tarantulas are far from the deadly creatures many imagine them to be. 7. Mountain lions. Stepping into the realm of the majestic mountain lions, you might be surprised to learn that these powerful predators are less dangerous to humans than often perceived. Despite their formidable size and predatory skills, mountain lion attacks on humans are exceptionally rare. According to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, between 1986 and 2014, there were only 3 fatal mountain lion attacks in California. In the few cases where mountain lions do approach humans, most people are able to scare them off without injury. These solitary creatures prefer to avoid humans, and when they do encounter us, they're more likely to retreat than attack. This goes to show that while mountain lions certainly demand respect due to their wild nature, they do not typically pose a significant threat to human safety. Interestingly, mountain lions are not just ground dwellers. They are skilled climbers and can leap up to 18 feet in the air from a standing position. If you like this video so far, leave a like, and you can also check out These Cute Animals Are Actually Deadly on our channel 4, Evergreen. 6. Centipedes. Those multi-legged creepy crawlies that can dart across your floor in a flash. While their appearance and sudden movements might alarm you, centipedes are generally harmless to humans. The venom that centipedes carry is potent enough to subdue their insect prey, but is rarely dangerous to people. Most centipede species avoid human contact and prefer to live undisturbed in moist, dark environments. Human encounters with these quick critters are usually accidental, and even when they do bite, the effects are typically minor, often involving little more than a slight swelling or a brief, sharp pain akin to a bee sting. So, while centipedes might not win any popularity contests due to their looks, they pose little danger and play a beneficial role in controlling other pests. 5. Vultures. With their looming presence, vultures might look like they're out of a horror movie, but they pose no threat to the living. Despite their forbidding reputation and somewhat intimidating appearance with sharp claws and beaks, vultures are hardly a threat to humans. These birds are scavengers, meaning they don't hunt live prey, but instead feed on dead animals. This dietary habit makes them crucial to their ecosystems, as they help prevent the spread of disease by consuming animal carcasses that would otherwise decompose in the open. Far from being the menacing creatures some might imagine, vultures perform an essential cleaning service in nature, and they do so without posing any significant risk to people. Moreover, vultures have a stomach of steel, literally. They can digest meat infected with anthrax, cholera, and even rabies without getting sick, helping keep their environments clean and disease-free. 4. Boa constrictors. Sliding into our next spot are boa constrictors, which might evoke fear due to their size and the general fear of snakes. However, boas are not venomous and typically exhibit a calm demeanor unless threatened. These snakes prefer to avoid human interaction and will generally retreat if given the chance. While their method of killing prey by constriction might sound alarming, boa constrictors do not view humans as prey, and incidents involving humans are extremely rare. They only become defensive if directly provoked or threatened, making them far less dangerous to people than commonly feared. Keeping a respectful distance ensures these impressive reptiles can be admired safely without risk. Interestingly, boa constrictors have heat-sensing lips. They use these heat sensors to detect prey in the dark, making them excellent nocturnal hunters. 3. Stingrays. The tragic accident with Steve Irwin has cast stingrays in a dangerous light, but these gentle creatures are generally not dangerous to humans. These graceful swimmers are not aggressive, rather, they are shy and prefer to escape rather than confront. According to the Department for Environment and Water in South Australia, stingrays usually swim away when they feel threatened. Most injuries from stingrays occur when they are accidentally stepped on in shallow waters, leading to painful but typically non-lethal injuries to the foot. It's important to remember that fatalities from stingray encounters are exceedingly rare, with only 1 or 2 incidents reported every few years globally. So, while it's always good to be cautious and aware of your surroundings in their habitat, stingrays are not the menacing creatures they're sometimes made out to be. There is a fun fact about stingrays. They dance for their dinner. They perform a fascinating feeding dance involving flapping their fins vigorously to disturb sand and uncover hidden prey like crabs and clams. 2. Wolves. Let's expose some myths about wolves, these often misunderstood creatures of the wild. Contrary to popular belief and their villainous portrayals in folklore and media, wolves are extremely cautious around humans and very rarely initiate contact. Wolf attacks on humans are incredibly uncommon. Wolves prefer to hunt their natural prey in the wild. They are elusive and intelligent animals that play a key role in their ecosystems by managing populations of other species, which helps maintain ecological balance. If left undisturbed, wolves will almost always choose flight over fight, keeping to themselves and their pack. Understanding the true nature of wolves can help shift the narrative from fear to respect and appreciation for their role in nature's hierarchy. 1. Hyenas. Top of our list are hyenas, often depicted as the villains of the animal kingdom. However, contrary to their villainous image, hyenas are actually intelligent, highly social animals with complex social structures similar to those of some primates. While they are known for their loud laughs and scavenging habits, hyenas are primarily hunters, not just scavengers. They play a crucial role in their ecosystem by controlling populations of other animals and cleaning up carrion that could spread disease. Attacks on humans are exceedingly rare with hyenas. These animals tend to be very wary of human beings and prefer to keep their distance. In cases where hyenas do come into contact with people, it's often because their natural habitat has been encroached upon, or they are drawn to human communities by the promise of food. Understanding that these behaviors are driven more by necessity than aggression can help mitigate negative encounters. Thus, While it's wise to maintain a respectful distance from these powerful creatures, there's no need to fear them, as the folklore might suggest. And there you have it, folks. 15 animals that aren't the monsters they're made out to be. Let us know in the comments which animal surprised you the most. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more myth-busting videos. See you at the next one on 4 Evergreen.